What is going on, guys? My name is Blockchain Ben, and in today's video I have something that I've been waiting on for a long time now. This is a project that I'm very excited to bring to you guys. This is Golden Goose. This actually comes from a couple of guys that have been very active in our community as of late. Really cool dudes, go way back with them as well. I remember about a year ago when Carbon Velo, the first guy who made one of these bots, started making his bot, developing it, and bringing it out to a small subset of people, and it is really taken off here. They launched their brand new project here. Super excited, and going to be doing a live deposit here in this video. Now, this is not sponsored. This is my own money. I'm just sharing with you guys what I'm doing in this space because I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice, and everything in crypto and DeFi is insanely risky, guys. So please, never invest more than you guys can afford to lose. Always do your own research and know exactly what you guys are going into before you go into any project in this space. Now, what is Golden Goose? Golden Goose is going to be very similar to your green figures, where it's going to be a bot-like contract where you're going to deposit into a smart contract. They're going to take the funds out from that smart contract and transfer them over to their Forex broker. From there, they are going to attach them to their bots that they are using, and they're going to pay out the profits there. Plus, you can take out your capital whenever. We're going to be talking about the way that they are breaking this down, allowing for deposit windows and withdrawal windows that are very similar to Gray Fund there too. So without any further ado, let's jump right into this one, and let's enter the dApp here. Pretty clean dashboard here. I like to see it. It's a pretty simple project so far. We got 25 users, $15,000 invested. First things first, I'm just going to deposit $1,000 right here. As we can see, now it's probably going to make me approve my transaction, and then it is, oh, I think I clicked on it twice. I got a little ants in my pants, so let's just do one of these. Always remember, guys, even with a contract that you trust people with, you always want to make sure that you're only setting the spend limit to 1 over what you're going to spend. So let's do this one and then approve this. The next one we can just reject because I double tapped this here. So there we go. So we are going to approve this one, and then we are going to deposit the 1,000 USDT here. This is going to be in USDT. You can do this on the Binance Smart Chain. I believe you can also do this on the Tron network as well. So we can see here, just going to deposit. Now, I think I am very likely going to go in much heavier into this project, but I do want to see a solid month. I do want to see a couple more months after that to where I can see consistent profits being made. So we can see here there's going to be a 1% fee just on that deposit right there. So my total deposit is $990 right now. So I guess I could have deposited $1,010 or whatever. Got to a very nice and clean 1,000 here, but big whoop there. So total investments now are 16,000. So we just added to that pot right there. I think very likely I will be upping this, probably doubling this, or even 5 times Xing this in the next month or so, as long as all goes well. They are looking for capital preservation here. So they are not looking to gain the most every single month, but they are looking to go for maybe 5 to 10% a month and make sure that they are not going to put themselves in harm's way or with a lot of drawdown like we see with some of these other bot projects. And that is what I'm all about. They're all about saving, preserving the capital, and making sure that they are here in a year from now, in 2 years from now. And the way that they're doing that is with a hedging strategy here. So I do want to pull up some text in between Kaya and I. Kaya is one of the developers over here, a guy on the team. And as we can see, I want to pull up this little spreadsheet here of his testing. So this is just from the beginning of August. So I would also advise that you guys probably maybe sit out this first month or just do a small amount this month because there's no rush with any one of these projects. It is a zero Ponzi project. They're paying out exactly what they're making. So it doesn't matter whether you get in a year from now or today. There is no sort of Ponzi-nomics going on here. So they're not paying out old users' money and you got to rush into here and go, go, go. No. I want everybody to take a good solid look at this, see if it is what they want to do, and then also watch and learn how it moves and how it works without investing any capital into there. And then and only then would I say it is a good idea to jump in if you would like to and if everything goes well. So as we can see here, they have 7 bots right here. They have Scout USD, Goldmine, Scout V14, Scout Global, Rations, Assassin, and Chef, which actually is Yeah, no, that's 7 right there. But as we can see, the scout didn't go for the first week or so. We can see all the profits here. As we can see, some of these are in loss. Now, 4 out of these 6 bots that are currently running, I believe that there's one that needs 10,000 in it. And I believe that since they only have 16,000 or whatever in deposits, it wouldn't make sense to put 10,000 into one of those. But the 6 bots that are running right now, there's 2 attackers, and there are 4 that are just constantly running for the most part. So the 4 that are constantly running for the most part, those are going to have a 5% stop loss on those. So the most that they can lose in a day is 5%. The 2 attackers will not take as many trades, but they will take those and ride those for longer, and those do not have stop losses on them. However, they are very tightly monitored. So those are going to be ones that when they do take a trade, the team is going to be watching those to preserve the capital there, while the other 4 bots are just going to be doing these small little hits, and these bigger attacking bots are going to be the ones that make the bigger profits here. So as we can see, there's negative days all around the board, and there's not a ton of them, but some of these bots are having negative days. Like this gold mine, this hit this 5% stop loss here on August 23rd. And as we can see, it was the only negative day, as there was another one that probably hit its stop loss here. It was only a loss of 0.59%. But I want to see losses. I don't want to see just all profit, because then that means that it could just be just straight up martingale system. And that is a very risky system, because Murphy's Law says that if something can go wrong, it will go wrong. And that is unfortunately what happens to a lot of those martingale systems, is they get completely liquidated and everybody gets screwed over. With this, you got the nice hedging strategy. I really like that you got multiple bots here to where if one fails, it doesn't mean that it's obviously going to be a losing day. As we can see, there have been many other days where bots have ended in the red and they have still been pulling in profits. Now, it's not going to be the massivest profits in the world. As we can see, 1.18% for the week, 1.8% for the week, 2.4% for the week, 1% for the week, and so far 0.743% for the week. So you should be looking at around 5 to 10%. I wouldn't really get your hopes crazy high up in the air, but this is about capital preservation. This is about long term. This is about set it in here and forget about it, because they are going to be managing it for you. Speaking about management, let's talk about some profit share here. So what they are doing is they are doing an 80-20 profit share. So this is going to be 80% goes back to you, 20% is going to go back to the team. Now, of that 20%, there is going to be actually 19% of that going to the team, and 1% is going to go to the referrer. So if you guys want to use my address, I don't know how much it'll really give back, but it is always much appreciated. We'll be doing some giveaways with funds that are generated from that as well, if there is any really significant amount that comes back from that. But I'm more in this because I want to bring this to you guys. Like I said, this isn't sponsored or anything like that. I just really believe in this project. I know that the team is really solid over here. I've been really excited to share this one with you guys for a while now. I think it's been like 5 or maybe even 6 months or so that I've been talking with the team about this, and it's finally come to fruition. So I'm super excited and super happy for them that we are at this point right here. As we can see, I want you guys to pause the video if you guys want to learn a little bit more. I don't want this video to be crazy long because we are already really long right now, but here is just a breakdown of a lot of the bots, how they are going to be deploying them. And then also they wanted to talk a little bit about how they are different from Green Figures. Now, they did say no hate on Green Figures. I think Green Figures is a great project as well. However, in my personal opinion, I would take Golden Goose over Green Figures. Now, it does not have quite the track record that Green Figures does, which is why I think it's definitely a closer debate right now. But I think over time, Golden Goose is definitely going to be one that preserves the capital a lot better and is going to be a lot less risk. Whereas with Green Figures, it is mostly just a martingale system. And if things go wrong there, or like we saw with that big winning day, if that gets flipped, there could be some major losses incurred. And with this, I was actually just kind of working out some of the numbers with Kai right here as well. We found out that the max loss, if absolutely everything goes wrong, if all 4 of those bots hit the 5% stop loss and both of those really big hitter bots completely liquidate, that is the worst case scenario, which is, I would say, highly, highly, highly unlikely to happen. Then the only loss is 36% of the capital, which is pretty crazy to think about, that in the very, very worst case scenario, that is what could happen there, which is really awesome. So Kai, you wanted to say hi. Well, I kind of just threw him into there. Told him to say hi to YouTube. Wow, you recording at midnight? Yes, we are, Kai. We are recording at all hours of the night. It's actually 1:17 a.m. right here, but money doesn't sleep, and so neither do I. But if you guys want to learn a little bit more about this project, make sure that you message one of the developers in their group. They have a really awesome team over there. Like I said, I don't want to make this video crazy long. I know that a lot of this is kind of self-explanatory, especially to people who are very familiar with green figures. It's going to be similar to that, but I wanted to break down how the bots work and everything like that as well. Now, they do have an audit and KYC by Solid Proof. I'll let you guys go through that as well. I mean, obviously, Solid Proof is going to say there's a backdoor in it, which there is, which is why they got the KYC as well. That's because they got to take the funds, put them in the broker. Nothing sketchy going on there. Same thing that Green Figures is doing here as well. White paper is essentially what I just went through right now. So one thing I did want to point out as well is with the capital withdrawals here, investors can request withdrawal of their invested capital. Devs can view the total requested funds and facilitate the withdrawal process depending on market condition. Please note that the withdrawal process may take a week or two depending on the drawdown. Possibility of capital loss. Yes, in the context of trading, there is indeed potential for capital loss, kind of like I was talking about right there as well. So yes, you can compound, you can claim. I would highly recommend, like they say here, we recommend considering ROI first. I always recommend that too, even if it means pulling out some of your initial capital earlier than what you would like to. I think it's always great to get on house money. For me personally, it allows me to sleep at night, so if anything goes wrong, then you know that you are completely fine. And what's cool about this is that you can just take out your capital to the point where if you take a 36% loss, that is going to be the exact same as your profits. Now, you might have to do that after a month or two, but that is another way to play this to where you become essentially risk-free in that worst case scenario. So let's talk about the deposit window a little bit. Deposit window opens on the last week of the month. So that's going to be the 24th through the 31st or the 30th or 28th, whenever the end of the month is. That is going to be exactly how Gray Fund does it as well, which makes things just a lot easier. So you guys can deposit, you can withdraw, you can do your compound, everything like that. That way they don't have to just constantly throw in more deposits and process withdrawals and get all messed up with how the bot's doing and have to do that during the entirety of the month. And they can more just focus on trading and keep all of that separate. So pretty cool stuff, like they say here. And like I always say, please only put funds that you can live without, as all traders and investors do. Well, I wouldn't say all traders and investors do that, but all smart traders and investors do that. So be a smart investor, be a smart trader. I like Golden Goose. I went into it with $1,000 in this video. Definitely going to go into it a lot more and prepare to see some more videos on this. I really like this. I think it's a really great idea. I love the bot hedging strategy that they have. I want to know what you guys think about this, so leave a comment in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for watching to the end of this video, and I will see you all in the next one.